Hi, my name is Kasey Kelly. I am from Paramount, California. I come from a family where I don't know too much about my dad's side. I do know that he was dark Irish and Czechoslovakian. But as far as my mother's side goes, my grandmother, Naomi Nixon, is Irish and English. She was a single mother, and she raised her children in Southgate, where she worked for the Parks and Rec department for many years. She is still currently at the age of 90 sitting on the park commission meetings. The city of Southgate is predominantly Latino. Not too long after my mom graduated high school did she meet my father. They fell in love, got married, they bought a house in Paramount. They had my sister right away, and then 9 years later, I was born. Not too long after I was born, my dad was diagnosed with MS, and he took it upon himself to move to Northern California, where he decided to, move away from the family and didn't want us kids to see him get sick. So I was raised with my single parent mother in Paramount, again, which is predominantly Latino. When I grew up there, my mom was kind of not always present. So I had a neighbor who, Joanna, who I was at her house constantly. Her father and mother opened their doors to me. Her father always had this rule of whenever I came over, they were not allowed to speak to me in English. I had to adapt and learn Spanish, which I thank him every time I see him to this day, because that is the reason why I am able to speak it and understand it so well to this day. I would travel with her to Mexico, and we would spend weeks at a time at her grandmother's house. So my favorite dish that I would eat with them, of course, the staple of rice and beans. Every day I would be at her house, and anytime I would see it on the stove, I would get so excited. But one of my favorites is flautas. I moved to Downey Unified School District in 8th grade, and that's where I carried out high school. I met one of my friends named Natalie. She is Nicaragüense, and I just gravitated towards her and her family as well. Would spend weekends, would turn into weeks at her house, and this is where her mother introduced me to casamiento, which is a different type of rice and beans. She and her family also taught me a lot about their culture from Nicaragua, and it was just such a beautiful thing to me. Shortly after I graduated high school, I started working after school program for the city of Downey, and that's where I met my now fiance. He is Salvadorian. Going through this, I kind of pick up on like a Central American theme that's been constant in my life. I've gravitated towards them and their culture. I don't really identify with mine being Irish. Predominantly, I don't really identify with it. I find myself, when I have to fill out applications, I have a hard time stating what I am, or so if I can, I just put decline to state. I'm excited to have this growing family with my fiance and be accepted by his family and have his sisters and mother teach me about their culture, and I just can't wait to see what the future brings.